The many lies of Yevgeny Prigozhin, the controversial leader of the Wagner group, came to an abrupt end in a plane crash near Moscow in August. Less than a month earlier, Russian President Vladimir Putin had stressed at the Africa summit in St. Petersburg the urgency of fighting the neo-colonialism of Western countries. So, has Prigozhin's demise jeopardized Russia's plans for the African continent?
Prigozhin was a CEO per se, so that means the organization functions independent of him in the entire infrastructure around that organization, for which Africa is a key component in terms of financing, in terms of money laundering and other factors. So then that entire infrastructure is still in place.
Russian military officials, from the deputy defense minister and military intelligence officials, came to visit some of these countries, so Central African Republic, they did a visit to Mali, and I have been in contact with leaders in Burkina Faso, where it was made clear to leaders in place that the Russian Defense Ministry will now take Wagner.
By 2022, Moscow had overtaken Beijing as Africa's main arms supplier. However, it accounts for less than 1% of foreign direct investment in the continent. After a series of coups d'etats in the Sahel region, are Russia's targets purely geopolitical?
A lot of what Russia and Wagner have done, in the last 2 years or so, has been, to put it crudely, to stick up its middle finger to France. And I think France has been its main target, so it has targeted former French colonies in Africa. And that worked surprisingly well. However, it does not really invest, it does not provide development aid, it does not provide humanitarian assistance.
The fact that it's willing to support a lot the younger people, the dynamics in terms of saying, well, we support what you're doing and we're not going to judge you if you have human rights abuses, that's well received. It's just Russia is doing well is it's providing an alternative to what Western countries offer or have offered for the last few decades.
By withdrawing influence from the West, Moscow is gaining support that is scarce on the international scene. African countries have 54 votes in the UN General Assembly, making them one of the strongest regional blocs.